Have you ever thinking of going to Muar to have some food? Muar is a small town, but it is special because it attracts lots of people to come here to try the street food. And it's undoubtedly one of the best places to satisfy your taste bud if you are a food lover. So we drove down from Malacca to Muar, and the first place that comes in our mind is to go to 世维茶室, that is Kedai Kopi See Hoi. That's right. It is unpretentious and it is only about 6 to 7 tables. Look, the owners start to pour the hot water into the cups and heat them up. And I appreciate this traditional method because heating up the cups helps the coffee to stay warm for a longer time. Then he placed the thick slices of bread, the thick one, onto the wire rack, and down there are charcoal. And I admire his dedication because he kept his eye on the bread and flip it over occasionally to make sure that it is not being burned. So I asked him, why do you want to do this? So he told me that the smoke flavor from the charcoal actually can seep into the toast and making it even more tastier. The bread is served with kaya and butter. There's anything that is extraordinary. But the key is that they do it very well. And the guy that I'm showing you at the counter is the boss, and he's also the person who is making the coffee. And our journey of looking for good food continue, and we're going to try the Otak-otak Char Kway Teow. This Char Kway Teow store is located at the 333 food court right at the center of the town. You are very likely tried many Char Kway Teow stores over the place, but this one is really special. What he puts is Otak-otak in Char Kway Teow. That is a specialty in Muar.
要消消才香哦。朋友介绍我来的。
Very fragile egg, I would say, but it's nice. It is a skill to do it. 呢個係乜嘢呢？ This is the otak-otak. So is the otak-otak actually fried together with the kway teow? Yes, but this is the additional one.
No, they fry and then I just add.
So they fry together and add some extra on top now. Yeah, this is the otak-otak. So we're gonna share this because we do not want to eat too much. We have a round of food just now, and we're gonna have another round of food after that. Let's try it. This is quite a different from those in Penang because it is relatively wet. This is a wet type of kway teow. Yao Choi Bo. Radish pickle. It's slightly sweet.
Very tasty to go with the otak-otak. The good combination.
Besides that, there's also cockles, siham. And the otak-otak's flavor is pretty good. The combination of the ingredients is unique, definitely, because otak-otak is there. There's no other that I have tried before with otak-otak, which is being fried together and put it on top. You might have tried Penang Char Kway Teow or other places, but this one I trust it is special. You probably can't get anywhere else. If you are in Muar, must try. After trying the Otak-otak Char Kway Teow, we then walk by the nearby street and we discover there are lots of meal rows, especially at the back lanes. And one of the very significant difference of Muar town than the rest is the vibrant color of the buildings. There are rows of shops on one street predominantly only use one color, very striking color, either red, yellow, blue, and some even purple. And this gives me a very lasting impression. Also, I find that that is something that is very significantly different of Muar town from the rest. We stopped by at Glutton Street, and this is a place where most of the hawker stores are. And this is the Kedai Kopi Lu San. Last year we were here, but we didn't go into this coffee shop. So this time we make a point, we must try the food. We spoke to the owner, and he mentioned that this shop has been in operation since 1950 and is now run by the third generation of the family. Initially, the coffee shops was selling Hainanese chicken chop, pork chop, but it's now since evolved to focus on the main specialty mixed rice. That's what we want to try. This is spring roll.
Spring roll.
There is an hard-boiled egg,
No, the braised egg.
and that is local loba.
Yeah, that's a lopak.
And there are other ingredients as well. This is pork. This has to be the braised pork, very lightly. Yep,
Then
braised together with the egg.
pucuk kin,
And this is the fried bean curd stuffed with fish paste, Fu Zhou Yun with yolk, and some more things, some vegetables,
tofu.
tofu.
Yeah, stew the bao. Yeah, mùi choy đấy.
It's also stewed with the egg, I believe.
They got mùi choy. And then curry chicken.
It's curry chicken. And the rice is plain rice and drenched with the curry from the chicken and also the braised liquid from the egg and also the pork.
And
So it's a combination of everything. This is the first time I tried it in a restaurant and they have such a
they have tofu
unique
also.
combination. Oh, they even have some sambal. This is the sambal
Dry
with dry
shrimp.
shrimp. In terms of taste, this mixed rice is first class. It is like home cooked food elevated to the highest level. 味道好特別 very unique. Flavor is very unique. If you haven't tried it, you just imagine combination of soy sauce braised pork with chicken curry and with varieties of ingredients.
Got mùi choy some.
In front of each shop, there are also selling a wide varieties of traditional Chinese biscuits.
Noodles, mixed color, mixed veggie.
Some of these biscuits were enjoyed by us when we were young, and we have actually long forgotten. So we are thrilled to really find them again over here. In the afternoon, we went to Kedai Kopi 434 for tea break. It is a very nice coffee shop, very well decorated, with elaborate collection of artifacts and decorations. This coffee shop has been around since 1953 and was initially called Saiki Coffee. But in the 1960s, because the customers start to order the coffee by phone, and the last 3 digits of the phone number is 434, and therefore the locals started to refer this place as Kopi 434. Their signatures are 2 distinct types of coffee. One is Robusta beans and the other one is Liberica beans. We ordered both and I could immediately notice the difference, and I prefer the Liberica beans because they were more aromatic and is less bitter. Besides that, we also ordered some local delicacies, including the grilled and also the steamed otak-otak, the mee siput, which is a crispy deep fried noodle dish shaped like a snail and is accompanied by the sambal. This coffee shop is selling most of the local delicacies, so if let's say if you are short of time but if you still want to try all the local Muar delicacies, come to this place and most likely you will get all of them. After that, we walk around the town and we visit some of the iconic buildings, including the Sultan Ismail Bridge. The clock tower was built in 1933. It's right at the center of the town to commemorate the coronation of King George VI. Our next stop is to try the Lai Rojak, and along the way, we stop by the Masjid Jamek Sultan Ibrahim. Lai Rojak is a store at Tanjung Emas Food Court. Now it's around 6 p.m. and it's Ramadan month, so it's only Lai Rojak and the other stores are opened. The Rojak is like the appetizer before our dinner, as we really want to try the Muar Asam Pedas at Asam Pedas Pakcik Daud. Asam Pedas Pakcik Daud is not in town. We need to drive for about 25 minutes. The store is situated by the river bank lined with many fishing boats and with a beautiful sunset view. It's relatively quiet because now it's Ramadan. Usually they do not open at night, so I suspect that lots of customers do not know they open actually. Asam Pedas is a spicy and sour fish stew, and I found the flavor is well balanced and enjoyable, and the sourness comes from the tamarind, that's the Asam Jawa. I like the taste, and Asam Jawa is a specialty of Muar, so if you're in Muar, try it. The following morning, we make an arrangement to have a hiking trip at Bukit Mor. It's certainly not the usual itinerary for people who want to visit Muar, but we like hiking, so we want it. And it is also a good way to burn off some calories before we continue our culinary journey. After that, we go back to the Glutton Street of Muar again to have our last round of food before leaving Muar. This is the famous Glutton Street of Muar. Alright, let's give you an introduction about what we are going to have it in this restaurant. It is in the Glutton Street of Muar. It is called 新景发茶餐室. There are lots of different stores, but we have already ordered a few items, and let me introduce to you what we have already ordered. This is the famous Wan Tan Mee. Accordingly, this is one of the most famous Wan Tan Mee store in Muar, and it is slightly reddish in color. In terms of the sauce, I really would like to try what is the difference in terms of the taste versus others that we have tried before. And the other one, it is the fried oyster with egg, which we get it from outside the store over the other side outside, and I'm going to show you afterwards where we got it from. They allowed to carry inside only in the takeaway version, which means that they will not put it onto the plate for you, and we have to remove all the papers and whatever wrapping packaging material after that. And also we also get it from the store opposite side of the road. This is the, what is that again? Teochew Kuih. That is a Teochew specialty, which I'm going to try it later. And this is also one that we got it from the opposite side store. The opposite side store has this special fish noodles. sliced fish noodles with rice vermicelli. So these are the things that we have ordered. We found a seat at Yongki coffee shop and we ordered some food. There are many stores outside the coffee shop and they are allowed to bring the food in. The only catch is after eating we must remove all the leftovers and the packaging. This is a Teochew Kuih store. We spoke to the owner and he said this is the third generation of the business, the family business. We ordered two types of kueh, one is savory and the other one is sweet. 豆沙糯米飯. Another store here is selling fried oyster with egg. And also fish slices noodles from the auntie. And in the coffee shop itself, we tried the Wan Tan Mee and the Otak-otak. This one, Wan Tan Mee is okay. It's not anything spectacularly special, I would think so. It is quite comparable to most of the local made Wan Tan Mee, and the texture of the noodle is more onto the Malaysian style, not the super stringy, not the super springy type, which is like the Hong Kong style. And it comes with the dumpling, the sui gao. Sui gao is okay, quite nice. What about the black one?
This one is a sweet one. This particular the sweet one, they also have a savory one. Okay, let me open up for you.
Oh, the black one is sweet. Sweet. It's more like glutinous rice, is it?
Yes, glutinous rice with sesame, black sesame, and it's a sweet one. They also have the savory one. It's quite unique because you can't get this one.
I think besides glutinous rice, there are some kind of beans. Lộc tấu, isn't it?
Bihun precise noodles is famous in Muar. They have some salted vegetables, some ginger, veg, and there are a lot of fish slice on top. So let me see how's the taste.
Is it good?
Yep, the fish is very fresh. Two otak-otak here. One is called the prawn otak-otak. This is the prawn otak-otak. The other one is actually called the fish otak-otak. This is the fish otak-otak. Tasty. I enjoy it.
So these are all the food that we tried during our 1.5 days in Muar. So if you ask me whether it is worth to visit Muar, I'll say yes if you like to try different types of unique food you can find in Muar. Some of them are locally exclusive you can't find anywhere else, and others is among the best in Malaysia. If you like sightseeing and historical places, I would suggest you go to Malacca. And that was exactly what we did. We spent 3 nights in Malacca. Stay tuned for our Malacca food trip and also certain places that we have visited during our stay. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!